What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to episode 52 of the Maple-Baum podcast. Mark, how are you feeling, man?
Fucking depressed. Did you just read? Coolio died.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Gangster's Paradise?
Honor. Yeah, that dude.
What?
Gangster's
Sorry.
in Paradise.
Why'd you tell me this now? You could have told me
He's in paradise forever now. You said, what do you want to do in the intro? And I figure I'd break news. Hey, man, in his honor, my hair looks like fucking Coolio. We got the great John Ross. We're going to have a good-ass time on this podcast. Forget what the fuck else I said, and the podcast starts right. God damn
What
now.
the fuck?
Now.
Were you that
How
big
are
of
you
a
gonna
fan of fucking Coolio?
No, it's just, why open with that?
I don't know. You said open with something, so I did.
Are you fucking with us, though? Is he really dead?
Yeah, he's really dead. Star
What?
of Leprechaun in the Hood. Remember that one, John?
One of my favorites.
Are
you going to introduce who we have on instead of mentioning
Yeah, we got John Ross. John Ross has been doing comedy for what, like 20 years now?
Oh Jesus, something around the 18-ish.
Oh, wow.
He's got to be your most veteran comic that's been on so far.
Too long.
Probably. Well, yeah. I actually have a fun story for John. So me and Mark went to the Comedy Store, for my roast battle that I did.
Yeah.
And we were able to hang out with Jeff Ross. And
Okay.
I was like talking to Jeff. I'm like, hey, man, you're really cool. Da, da, da. We're going back and forth. He was a really cool guy. And Mark kept calling him John Ross. He's like, Jeff, John. Every 2 seconds, he's like, John, Jeff, fuck. Jeff.
I don't know. Whatever. You know what? Look, it's a similar name. I don't know what to say these big names. I don't know. Fuck. Like, what do I say? Hey, I like you when you make fun of those people. Yeah, okay. I don't know what to say to these big name people.
It was just so funny because he kept on like saying, "Hey, Jeff, John." Like he kept on calling him John Ross, and it was.
You know what? It's because they're in that same league. Okay, I value them in the same league,
There
the
you
same
go.
category. That's how I look at it.
Just not financially the same. And yeah, he's the thing that I have in common with Jeff Ross besides last name is I too like to watch Drea Myers perform on the streets.
Oh yeah, did you see that, Mark?
Hey Drea.
When
Drea was literally
Shout out
just performing at what was it, an open mic or something, and he just walked up.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Drea Myers. I don't know. That's some weird slang there. Are you saying the double entendre of Drea Myers performing on the streets? Oh my god.
No.
Drea Myers was performing outside of the outside show, and Jeff Ross hung out with her.
Yeah, he just walked up and thought she
Recently.
was awesome, and he just stayed and hung out and took photos with her. I was like, that was really cool.
That'd be fucking weird if there was like a respected comic that you like just out of the fuck blue nowhere walked by while you're fucking bombing on an open mic. Like, god damn it, not now. Fuck.
Well, she must have been doing good for him to want to be like, you're funny and hanging out with her, Drea's great, too. Drea's always done great every time I've seen her.
She is,
I like-
that wasn't me shitting on her.
I know. Just checking. Hey, speaking of which, you're a celebrity. One time I saw your face on a Good Day Sacramento commercial.
I'm a regional treasure, Mark.
I was with my brother, right? And we were
Yeah.
watching like some fucking Giants game or some bullshit. And then that commercial came up, and I was like, "Hey, I know that guy." And I pointed at the TV screen. He's like, "Whatever." And that was it.
Well, if it's not Cody Stark, I don't care.
Cody Stark?
Yeah, no, that's just one of the guys on. Yeah.
Oh, that
I did a thing for it was just like I was promoting a show and then got a line off or something, and then they used it as a piece of promo material, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I
That's
don't even
dope.
remember that. I was on drugs during that time.
On drugs.
I don't know.
What are those?
You do drugs? Have you done some drugs back in the past?
No, oddly enough, no. I mean, I did acid once when I was 16, and then like pot. But that was like after I turned 40. Literally, like.
You waited till you were 40 to try any of that?
Well, I smoked pot a couple times, and then maybe like late 30s, and then once I got into my 40s, I was like, oh, this is like, I should do this all the time.
Question: You've had
Yeah.
like a change, right? Where you used to like slick your hair and dress more conservatively and everything. Now you come on with a beautiful bright yellow hat and like a red sweater. Is it because you're smoking more? Is why you did the big change as
I
of
don't know.
late?
There's just been, I've always like played with different characters or different like perceptions on stage.
Yeah.
And after the pandemic, it kind of like wiped me out to like go like, well, what the fuck do you like? What do you like to do on stage? And so I started kind of going back. I started out super alternative when I first started,
Yeah.
but that's because I was like afraid of people, and it was easier to play a character.
Yeah.
Then finally got confident enough to like not shit myself in front of people. And then sort of became a version of like, I don't know, like it's always sort of been the same character, but it's leaned heavier alternative sometimes, just depending on, how where my self-esteem is.
So were you getting away from the alternative thing like in the past before like last 2 years before that, like the past 5 years or something like that?
Sort of. I've been fucking off the whole time. All these 18 years is like really like not really committing to any character or way of doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
And just kind of fell into like little. I used to play. I don't know if you've seen me. I play an omnichord. It's like a little musical instrument
I've
thing.
yet to see this, so I thought this was a brand new thing. You did this back in the day?
So I started with it, and then a bunch of dickhead comics like shamed me because they were like, "Oh, you're like a fucking prop comic, whatever."
They did that to Jordan. They did that
They
to
did that
Jordan.
to me. I used to play ukulele. I've been contemplating bringing it back, but everyone's like, oh, it's almost like it's that whole thing. Did they say like, oh, you're not funny unless you have it? And it's like I can be funny without a fucking ukulele.
I mean, there's J.R. de Guzman. He plays the fucking, guitar, and he's like a big time musical, goddamn comedy act. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes you stand out, go for it. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I mean, that's the fucking problem I had. Like, when I first started doing it, really set me apart from a lot of comics. Like,
Yeah.
I would literally go into a bar show and turn that thing on and everyone would stop talking and listen.
Well,
Yeah.
I never even knew what the fuck that was until I saw you play it, to be honest. I think that's very unique.
I got yet to see it. I've seen you a few times do comedy. I'm like, damn it. I always see in the corner too. Like he's gonna whip it out. Dude, he's gonna fucking play it. And then just like, he didn't fucking play the deal.
Check out his TikTok. He has a few good clips on there.
I know, but I would be live in person.
Yeah, but comics shamed me out of it earlier, and then I'd still fuck with it, and then but also like it fits like a good one-liner comic style.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wanted to be when I started, and then shifted to more longer form, and then went in and out of it. But mostly, yeah, I think if I wouldn't have had comics shame me, I would have definitely went the way of like fucking like Jezelnecky type one-liner dark shit.
You think if you would have stuck with it, you would have made $100 million?
Maybe.
Oh, God, fuck. You know what? I'm never getting rid of my big hair and my stupid Adidas coat. Now I'm hearing this.
It makes me so mad when comics like shame like other comedians for like the most like if like the whole like thing of like if a comic steals another comic's joke, that's understandable. But like just because you're trying to be different, oh, you're hacky, and always hated that and never understood it.
When I hear a very unoriginal joke where I'm like, I've heard this joke 50 other times from 50 other places, and sometimes I feel like I got to step in and go, I've heard that all. That's just common stuff. That's not even like original at all. That's when I kind of sometimes step in. But if they're doing some kind of crazy thing or something that's way different than everybody else, good, keep doing it.
Yeah, like we need more different shit. Like it's nice to mix it up and like. I think you know what I think it is. I think they get butthurt that they didn't think of it first.
Yeah, I mean it's fucking hard because you have like, I think it's that for sure, but I also think it's like there's comedy purists that are like it should just be like the jokes, it shouldn't be any gimmick, it shouldn't be which is like it's so fucking stupid when we're in like these smaller scenes, right?
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about you. Except the comics, and you're like, why do you fucking care? Why do you care about what I do?
For real.
We're all in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Like, am I stealing money from you? Or, I don't know. I've always stepping back from it and finally deciding to do it again and be like, fuck this, I don't give a fuck.
You know what? My next mic, I'm bringing my ukulele on stage. I'm doing it.
What a hack.
You know what? My next mic, I'm going to bring out my inward joke.
Oh.
Inward, I-N-W, like reflection. There we go.
Yeah, like a reflection.
Inward.
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to say. I'm gonna experiment and make fun of Jim Carrey like I used to 3 years ago. I don't know.
I love Jim Carrey's act, like old fun act.
Do you remember my joke though?
Which one?
I made fun of his like when people really started like saying he was a brilliant mind and a great thinker, and I just said it was just fucking nonsensical gibberish, and the guy's a pretentious jerk. It really wasn't even that funny. It was just me being angry at a guy. So
why are you so mad at Jim Carrey?
I love Jim Carrey.
I didn't like his last fucking 8 movies. I mean, he was actually pretty good in Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
but,
he's what made that, like, that movie would have been like a 2, and he made it a 5.
I didn't like his art house films, and I didn't like. As I told you, I didn't like Bruce Almighty when I was a kid. When I left,
you're an idiot.
When I left the movie theater as a kid, I said this out loud. I was like, I haven't laughed that hard since John Candy died, and somebody was like, "Oh my god!"
What kind of a kid were you?
Yeah, I don't know why, but anyway, enough about that shit. Hey, you.
Wait a minute. I have to say this because I said we'd talk about this in this episode.
Okay.
Mark, sorry to get you in the middle of this, John, but
no,
Mark,
you're going to talk about it. You're going to decide. You're going to decide for us.
Hey, okay, fine. Actually, let's do this. So, John, last episode, Mark openly just said that he's had 3 people come up to him and say that he is the sex symbol, the sexiest host of Maple-Baum.
Would 3 women.
Okay, whatever. Would you agree that he is the sexiest host of Maple-Baum? And then I will reveal our results.
You'll reveal your abs.
My no, I ain't got no. What? No. So he swore to God, he's like, I had 3 women come up to me and say, you never get it. And then I was like, all right, that's it. So I put a poll up, an even poll for 24 hours. We both put it on our social medias, and we got the results in. So
is the poll whether we believe that happened to Mark?
They vote if it's Mark or if it's me.
Hey, I don't bullshit anybody. I swear, it might have been 2, maybe.
Now it's 2.
Well, it's 2 maybe, so that means it was maybe 1.
No, it's not maybe 1. It's multiple people.
It was half a person.
More than 1.
But who do you think won the poll?
So who do I think is sexier? You're doing this to me right now.
Yes. Who do you think won the poll before I release the numbers?
I hate this.
I hate this.
Come on.
Hang on. Wait. Let me take off the glasses.
Oh. Let's see
I don't know if that helped.
I'm not going to strike a pose. I'm just going to stand here awkwardly like a fucking idiot.
I'm just going to look at you guys for 15 minutes. I need you guys to turn around and stand up and turn around. Do it.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well.
Yeah, it's like the game when you're at...
No, all right, so I would say, like, Jordan, you're more like the sexy, sensitive type, like the emo kid.
I can get that.
Right? Like you're like fucking My Chemical Romance type. Like 12-year-olds would like you.
He has a face like a dog.
Fair.
You'd be sexy. You're like, yeah, you're sexy like Blink-182. Right? Like
fair.
Oh, you mean the thing that killed punk music? Yeah, that thing.
What was it, Mark?
What?
What killed punk music?
They made it all poppy and shit.
Oh, you're talking about Blink-182.
Yeah, stupid Blink-182.
But Mark has like a rugged. He's got the beard, and it's like he has like kind of a fuck you attitude, which is like this rugged bad boy.
Yeah.
So I would say that's more traditionally sexy in a masculine way.
I can see that he would be more masculine than me, for sure.
I got the hair of Crash Bandicoot, you know.
But I don't think either of you are sexy.
That's the It shouldn't have been a debate in the first place.
And I'm gay.
You know what? You know what, John? That brightly colored hat you're gonna wear on stage. Next time I see you, I'm gonna shit in it. That's what I'm gonna do.
He gave a really good actual, like, not bullshit representation instead of just being like, "Oh, your guys are not." Like, he gave actual good opinion.
You're both fine.
Thank you. That's all.
I'll take fine.
That's all I need.
Put it on my piece of paper. Well, okay, so I lost 80-20 on the poll.
80% voted for me. He got 3 votes. The 3 who...
All right, here's the deal. Did you post it on your
No,
social
it was
media
on Maple-Baum. I tagged you in it.
All right. So I was thinking all your family members and shit.
No, it was on Maple-Baum. And you know what's funny? Is this is a true thing. It made me laugh really hard.
Losing a Jordan on shit.
My fiance saw that I was winning, and she's like, "Aw," and then she voted for Mark.
Fiance?
Good.
Yeah, not my fiance. Sorry, my roommate. My fiance said she was going to, but yeah. So you got an extra vote.
Beyonce. I swear to God, I thought you said Beyonce. I was like, what?
Yeah, Beyonce.
Beyonce?
She's my fiance. Beyonce the fiance.
Yeah.
Little Jordan's a fucking influencer now, hanging out with the fucking big people.
Big people.
Big people?
Big people.
The big people.
Hey, John, I gotta ask you about this.
Yeah.
Stab comedy. That was started by you. You don't own any part of it anymore.
Stand-up comedy? What did you say?
Stab comedy.
Oh, I was like, I did not start stand-up comedy. No,
You didn't?
Wow, is that big of a veteran? Started it
no,
up.
I invented comedy. No, yeah, I think I'm still like on the business license, but yeah, I'm not in any sort of operating. I don't help operate it at all.
Oh, okay. Shit. I almost want to ask why, or was it just you just wanted to pull out or something?
No, it was there, like 100%. Well, there.
Oh boy. Damn it. I don't know if I should have asked about
Yeah,
this.
no. I mean,
yeah.
like obviously there was some interpersonal stuff because anyone you work with closely, obviously you have musical differences, but that wasn't. I mean, really, the place is like 40 seats packed. It's never going to make enough. It's never gonna like make enough money to support 2 people. And Jesse really is the reason that place fucking stayed open because I would have let it close a long time ago.
Okay.
Even before the pandemic, like, he has fucking earned that place to be his. I mean, even if I'm on the fucking thing, I was just sort of helped start it. We started it together with the intention of like doing it together, but then the pandemic happened, and I was like, there's no reason for me to be down here anymore.
Right.
I can't. I have a bunch of kids and stuff, and so I'm just like, yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to be down there fucking every weekend.
Yeah.
So it logistically made sense. I mean, there's a little bit of drama, but like we're cool now.
So I imagine it wasn't financially for you because you're like it's super fucking small in there.
Yeah.
But so you're like, okay, financially it's not going to do it, and then you're like, I don't know, creatively it's not kicking it either for me. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, when you get stuck there as a comic every weekend, you're just like, fuck, man, I want to go. I mean, I had that too to go perform and stuff, but I don't,
New venues are always the most exciting because like, whoa, look at this place. All right, cool. Look, there's a velvet curtain. Hey, look, there's people happy. That's an old man eating a sandwich. Because you're like, you get all jazzed up about it. Like, ooh, I've never been here before. I like this. But then if you start going there every like week or every month, you're like, yep, this place again.
Same thing happened. Yeah, same thing happened with Jesse and I. Both came out of the Comedy Spot. We were both pretty involved at the Comedy Spot for years, like 10 years before him and I both just decided to leave the Comedy Spot and start our own thing.
I didn't know you started that either.
Well, I didn't help start the Comedy Spot, but the Comedy Spot used to be 2 doors down from where Stab is.
Weird.
Really?
In that they were a little 40-seat theater of improv, and they were only open a couple nights a week. And then I had met up with Brian Kroll, and then he knew I had done stand-up. He's like, hey, you should like run a class here. And I was like, I don't want to teach comedy, but I needed the money at the time. So I was like, I guess I'll run a writing class, like a writing thing. And so I did that, and then just slowly became more and more involved. There's kids outside, sorry. Jesse was doing a ton of improv there, and so,
I had to ask. I didn't know because sometimes I'm a newer comic, so I don't know about the history of some shit,
Yeah.
So it's always like I didn't know like the Deaf Puppy people, they trademarked their name like years and years and years ago. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had to ask. I don't know the origin story of some of these clubs because I go to these clubs. Well, not all of them, but some. Like where the hell did all this shit start at? So I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Comedy Spot didn't even really have stand up until we sort of like just started doing open mics there, and then
That's like a nudge. It's like you're called Comedy Spot. There's no stand-up comedy. That's like a weirdo thing. That's like going to a titty bar and there's no women.
It's a titty bar, but they only got pussy out.
Yeah,
it's just men with breasts.
men with breasts looking at
Fat
cats on stage. Anyway, I didn't know what the fuck. So you nudged them like, come on, just do some fucking stand-up comedy. Who gives a shit?
I think they wanted. Well, Brian wanted it there, and so we sort of were doing shows everywhere in Midtown. And there was sort of there was like a comedy scene when I started, but it was all like through Laughs Unlimited was like the main kind of club downtown, and then like Laughs Unlimited has always sort of been sort of a B club to Punchline.
Yeah.
Punchline like gets a lot of like newer headliners and stuff, and Laughs Unlimited was sort of like kind of headliners from the 90s were headlined, like them, but they're not really, they're just like road comics now. But
the guy with the guy with the puppets that was on fucking Full House, people like that.
Yeah, lots of stuff there. That was my home club. That's the first club I ever got work from, was Laughs Unlimited.
Yeah.
And I got to like open for Bobcat Goldthwait there.
Oh wow.
Hey.
Like a long time ago when he was still doing. He was kind of paying for his divorce, and that's why he wasn't doing. But I got to open for a lot of people, dude. Like fucking Matt Bronger was a feature there once when I was emceeing. Fucking Shane Moss was. I don't know if you know, like a lot of those guys. That Bert Kreischer used to do it all the time. He used to be a laughs guy.
Weird. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a laughs dude back in the day.
I know that Tom Segura had like one of his biggest bombs there before.
Yeah, when he was opening for Bert Kreischer, yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh man,
small world.
What was the guy's name? Carlos Francisco or something Francisco. He had a coke-induced fucking like mental breakdown at Punchline.
Oh, Pablo Francisco.
Yeah, Pablo Francisco. And, like, he fell off the stage, and he kept repeating himself over and over. And when I saw that, like, before I started doing comedy, I was, like, scared. That was one of the scariest fucking clips I've ever seen, but I don't know why the fuck I brought that up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so started doing work at those kids.
I have a child came in the room. I'll be in 5 minutes. Just kidding. Yeah, yes.
I'll be in because I'm going to end this damn podcast soon.
Yeah, in a little bit.
Right. Oh my god! I didn't know that you were the origin story of both. Not the origin story, but you helped with fucking old Comedy Spot back in the day, actually doing some comedy.
Yeah. It was cool. And both Jesse and I were there, and just sort of kind of became. I don't know. Like we helped the move over to where they're at now on 20th. Or at least I did. I don't think Jesse was there then, but then he came back. Anyway, yeah, like it's kind of helped scout out the new place and develop the comedy scene in downtown, and then Jesse and I just sort of kind of became irrelevant at the Comedy Spot. We were Jesse was just doing bartending and a couple shows, and I was only teaching, and I was like,
oh shit.
We kind of got relegated to like menial tasks and stuff, so we're like, we're not really being creative as the way we want to be. So let's like create like a little, at least subversive spot over off Broadway again, or just like a little theater that was fun for us to do whatever we wanted. So it was, that's kind of how Stab was born, or how Stab ended up, because it was just a podcast. Yeah,
it was just one podcast over there at first.
Well, no, Stab was a podcast. It was just like a game show, like a writing show podcast.
Okay.
Oh wow,
true. My bad. I didn't know.
No, it's totally fine. Yeah, no, It started out as a podcast, and we did. I think they're up to like 300 episodes now, but we did. I think I hosted about 200 and something of them, and then, but it was like a writing show where I would give people prompts, a few days before the show, and then they would have to write towards those prompts. You should check it out. But Jesse hosts it now. Jesse was always on he was on every show too, but I hosted it and wrote the prompts. And Jesse, yeah, it's kind of a fun show.
Weird.
That's
Oh my God. Yeah. You never know what shit can lead to, man. You know what? One of these days, we're gonna have
the Maple-Baum Comedy Club.
No, Maple-Baum Stadium.
Oh, stadium? We're gonna have a whole ass stadium.
Stadium. Let's go big. Fuck this comedy club crap.
Yeah,
let's
go in debt. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
John, do you want to be? John, do you want to be on the Maple-Baum Stadium in 2040?
I'm not gonna live that long. 2040.
Yeah, you will. You're good.
20 more years.
Yeah, you're 45, right? Right.
Yeah. So 65. No, I'm gonna say I'll be dead before that.
Oh, there's comedians that do comedy.
I'll probably be dead before that.
Louis Black fucking started getting popular when he was in his 60s.
Yeah. Well,
you're never gonna die.
Okay.
I don't know.
I won't be alive in the next...
Speaking of dying, I have this question here. If you could bring back one person from death, who would it be?
Coolio.
Not Coolio. It's not Coolio. I'm gonna assume your mom is dead.
Yeah.
So would you rather bring back your mother or
what kind of a fucking interview are you?
I wrote.
I assume your mom's dead. So
I have questions. Leave me alone, damn it. John.
Norm Macdonald. I cried harder at Norm Macdonald dying than I did my own dad.
He just said it so flippantly. Oh, Norm Macdonald. Oh man, when I heard he died, I actually did cry.
I did.
Yeah. You know what? I teared up. I teared up too when I heard how. I was like, God, no, dude, no.
Dude, I cried harder than I thought I would. I like, you know when you're like, you're just kind of like holding it back, like I literally had to put my hands on my face, just like.
Did someone text you? 3 different people texted me when it happened.
I think I texted you. Wasn't I one of the 3?
Yeah, you were one of them. That said
I think I was the one that told you, and you're like, no.
Yeah. No, 3 different people. Maybe there's some people think, hi, I don't know, whatever the fuck. But yeah, 3 different people texted me, and I was like, this is how I get the news. How did you get it? You just scrolling through shit?
I think I saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
John?
I don't remember, to be honest. I don't remember how I learned about it.
I remember the day Robin Williams died because my mom, I was in high school, and literally I remember I had my backpack, I opened the door to come to my house, and my mom's just standing there with like tears in her eyes, and I thought my dad or somebody died. And I was like, what? Like, what? She's like, Robin Williams is gone. And I actually did like started crying, but it was almost like a family member. Like she was standing there, she's like, I know this is gonna be hard for him. I needed but it was so weird. Like I literally thought like, oh, she's gonna say my dad died, like is dead or something. And she's like, Robin Williams died. And I was like, oh no.
Jeez.
I was like, he ain't the genie. He ain't the genie no more.
He's free. Yep. He's free, okay?
He's free, and he got his last wish, and his last wish is that he fucking kill himself.
Oh, Mark!
He did.
You know, he did.
He did.
Off topic. I remember where I was when Chester Bennington died. I was in a Goodwill, and my fiance called me. She's like, dude, Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park died. I was like, you're telling me this now in the Goodwill? But that fucking, I always get told the most inconvenient times, man.
Ah, man, I was swimming when I heard fucking Michael Jackson died. I had the radio playing in the background.
Mark's like, just fucking kill me, I'm drowning.
I was just like, ain't that some shit? And I had to continue swimming my laps. I was going back and forth. I was trying to lose weight.
The swimmer's body. That's why. Dude, I had an interesting thing happen. It was like the week that Michael Jackson died. I was driving in Natomas, and I was at like the stoplight, and this African-American couple, they were blasting Michael Jackson's fucking Smooth Criminal, and they were like singing to each other like, Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? And you could tell like they were fucking into it.
Yeah.
And they looked over at me because I was staring, right? Because I was like, wow, these people are like fucking celebrating. And then the dude looks at me and he goes, what has Michael done for you? And I just started crying. In my car. I was like, I don't know.
Did he
funny.
bully you into crying, or did you actually think, oh,
No.
man, he fucking made Thriller, he fucking had all that
Yeah,
music?
I
Do
didn't
you
realize what he
remember?
done for me until that moment. Yeah.
Oh, so you felt threatened. He was like, what has he done for you? Like, ah.
No. No.
It finally came to you.
I
You
felt-
were
yeah,
you were
I was-
masking your emotions about Michael, and then when that happened, that was like a fucking hammer to the head.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I didn't realize what Michael Jackson meant to me.
Oh,
Man.
And then in that moment, I did.
I mean,
Damn.
Smooth Criminal was good and all, but Alien Ant Farm did it better. There, I said it.
I agree.
Fun fact: when I was how old was I when that came out? I was very young, and I
Fucking
heard
two?
I heard
Like-
the Alien Ant Farm version first, and I thought
Yeah.
they did it. But I would always tell people, like, when I'd hear it, I'm like, oh, Alien Ant Farm. And then they're like, no, it's Michael Jackson, you fucking idiot. And then I was like, oh, that's why he wears the glove in the music video and does all the Michael Jackson. I thought he was just being stupid.
Oh, man, when he was fucking walking on that dancing on the fucking sidewalk, and each step.
And then he had the smoke, and he's like this in the smoke.
Oh, fuck. After this podcast, I'm watching the fucking Alien Ant Farm video. Screw Michael Jackson. I ain't sad at all.
Well, Alien Ant Farm almost died too. They got into a big old bus wreck
Oh, what the fuck? When?
back in the mid 2000s, and they just kind of disappeared.
There's a whole bunch of bands that died because of fucking bus wrecks.
Yeah.
Somebody from Metallica died from one of the original
Yeah.
lineups?
Their original bass player, yeah.
Really?
Ah, fuck.
Man.
Well, fuck it.
Burton, yeah.
I like talking about death.
I was about to say, we're talking a lot about celebrity deaths here.
Well, I don't know. Beats the hell out of me.
Yo,
Yo,
yeah, Norm Macdonald for sure. I would bring him back over my mother.
me too. I 100% agree. Jordan, I know your mother is still around.
Yeah.
Hypothetically, let's say she's out. Would you bring her back in?
Yeah, I would, but in her head, she's like super Christian, so I feel like she'd be mad. She'd be like, I was in heaven, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, my bad. Go back. Like,
Throw her back in with all those other annoying people in heaven going, oh, look, we're so good. Go to hell.
I always thought it was weird because, I'm depressed, and I would always be like, yo. I'd always be like, yo, like, I want to die. And my mom's like growing up when I was like, whatever, I was like, I want to kill myself. And mom's like, you can't do that. You're going to go to hell. I'm like, that makes no sense. It's like, I want to go to hell. I want to just go up there already. And she's like, no, you got to wait. I'm like, that's bullshit. Why do I got to wait?
We'd clog up hell. We'd clog up heaven because everybody would start fucking offing themselves. And
I
there would
guess
be no
so.
life.
Hell is like an incinerator. More people go into the
Religion is right, okay? It's scientifically fucking right, and you need to follow the rules of religion. Where have you been?
I like that you can't kill yourself as a Christian. It's like, no fast passes here.
It's like, why?
That's what it is, basically.
It's like, why? We're so excited to get up there. Let me go.
Fly to heaven like that, okay? You gotta slowly walk your ass up there and earn it.
That's why I don't believe. That's why I actually don't believe Christians believe their religion.
They don't.
Because
they so don't.
I just think,
yeah.
I grew up Christian, and I always think it's weird. So it's like, Hitler, you murdered billions of people. You get the hell. What? A homosexual? Go with him. It's like, it's not as bad.
Also them. You're going with them. You're taking them with you. It was actually what you're doing.
It's ridiculous. That makes no sense. It's like, oh, you murdered someone? Yeah, you're going to hell. That makes sense. Oh, what? You like boys? Same.
I also love the idea, like, you know how like Christians are like, yeah, a lot of people are gay because they were molested as a child, right? Like they have that thought of like it's a mental illness. It's like let's go ahead and pretend that's true for a second, right? Like all gay people were molested by their parents. So you're just going to double down as a church and be like, you're going to hell for all the trauma that you're dealing with and the way you're acting out and the reason you're choosing same sex is because of you were molested. It's like, so you're going to just like condemn them for.
I'm a hardcore Catholic, and you gotta fucking man up. You gotta do your workouts. You gotta do your rosary workouts.
No, right. Okay, but there's like some of the logic doesn't make sense. As in like they'll be like, oh, this man was literally mentally ill, like mentally challenged, and he killed himself. They're like, oh, well, he wasn't all there. if your brain is telling you, like, you are depressed, if your brain is telling you you like the same, why is that any different? That's just so stupid.
Yeah.
No,
It's
if you said a
ridiculous.
few Hail Marys, or it's gonna fix your brain. All right. If you say 60 of them, why was it 60? I never
Anyways,
got that part. Why was it always 60 fucking Hail Marys on that stupid rosary?
yeah, bring back Norm Macdonald.
Bring back Norm
Norm
Macdonald over everybody's mother, including yours.
And here's
I love
why,
my
too.
mom.
I'll give you a reason. There was
Norm's better.
What do you say, John?
Sorry, John. Go for it.
No, bring back Norm Macdonald over my mom because he's just funnier. No, this is like a name drop thing. When I was like 2 years into comedy, I got to perform at the Hollywood Improv just on a Sunday night showcase thing.
Oh, cool.
Sick.
And the first time I went, there was this guy named TK. He was like, I met him in Sacramento, and he's like, hey, if you're ever in LA, I run a show. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I was down there with my family, taking the kids to Disneyland. I'm like, I hit him up, and so he fucking ran Sunday nights at the Improv.
Oh, wow.
Bombed my fucking dick off the first time, but he was like, hey, when you get your shit together, come back.
I like that.
did,
He sees potential.
Yeah, it was great. The guy's fucking awesome. And so he puts me up, and right before I go up, he goes, hey, I know I told you could do 8. If you could cut it to 6 or 7, Norm Macdonald just showed up.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, what the fuck?
By the way, how cool is Norm? Or instead of it like cutting your set totally, it just like 8-minute set now goes to 6.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah. But I went up and I had a fucking killer set. It was like the set of my life up to that point, you know. And then Norm Macdonald, I got off stage and I was shaking a couple of hands, and I fucking look up and Norm Macdonald was like shaking my hand. He goes, "Yeah, you're really funny. You're really funny." And I was all, "Oh, Jesus Christ, thank you."
That's awesome.
What a high that was. Was that a big fucking high?
That's why I didn't stop doing comedy a year later. To be honest, like anytime
awesome.
I'm like, fuck, dude, I fucking hate this and this sucks and it's hard and blah blah blah. And
What if Norm went up to? What if it would have changed the course of your life if he just went, hey, you're gay.
You suck. Well, he was on the Adam Carolla show. Do you remember when Adam Carolla was on like fucking terrestrial radio?
Yeah, I listened to that show.
Yeah, he had him on once, and I used to call into that show all the time, and I would get through. And so Norm was there, and I was like, Norm, you told me that you thought I was funny one time, and you didn't have to, and I really appreciate it. He's like, oh yeah, man, keep doing comedy. And then Adam Carolla started making fun of me. He's like, oh yeah, Norm tells everyone they're funny. Like,
right.
Julie brought in the coffee. He's like, you're very funny. You're very funny.
Well, at least he probably didn't remember you.
Yeah, that was nice.
So far, the people I've had those interactions with has been Jeff Ross and Bobby Lee, and they were both really, really cool and nice to me.
They were very sweet and nice to fucking Jordan.
Bobby Lee was fucking hilarious because I saw him come up to the Comedy Store, but I told myself, I was like, you gotta be cool. You don't want to be like a little fangirl, you know? If I walk past him, I'll shake his hand and be like, hey, cool stuff, and walk away. So I told myself, that's my rule. So I walked past Bobby Lee, and I said, hey, man, I just want to say, love your stuff. You're really good. He goes, thank you. And he interlocked his fingers with mine. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. And then I went to walk away, but he was like looking at me serious, and he wouldn't let go. And I was like trying to leave, and he goes, I love you. And I was like, I love you too, man. He goes, hey, I love you. And I was just dying laughing. So I went, I did the roast battle, awesome. And he comes into the green room, and he sees me. He goes, oh, fuck, you're a comedian? I'm all, yeah. He goes, I thought you were just some random fan. I was like, no, I'm performing on the roast battle. He goes, oh, shit, okay, I'll watch you. And I was like, that's so cool. And he went and, like, I think he was
trying to fuck you. He didn't realize you're a fucking comic. He just thought you were one of these
he was staying regardless.
Fuckers.
I think he was staying regardless.
I figured it out. He thought you were a chuckle fucker.
Chuckle fucker.
You know what that term means.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I did the roast. I won, and I felt really good. But, you know, I was just so fucking like, wow, it's awesome to be here. Jeff Ross, like, fucking just roasted me, whatever. And I walked into somebody's table and accidentally spilt the dude's beer right in front of Bobby Lee. I'm like, oh, dude, I'm sorry. Bobby's like, we get you're a winner, man. You don't have to be pushing people's beers around. What the fuck? And And then he's like, no, man, good job. Like, really good stuff.
Awesome.
It was really nice. And then same thing with Jeff Ross. He came up and we shook hands and he was really nice.
Nice.
It was awesome. That was the only... then I've talked to Dane Cook through Twitter before. Like, he did like a... What's that new thing? Space? Whatever it's called. It's kind of like a podcast. It's just his audio, and you can join the room, and he can invite you to the call and talk to you. And I asked, I asked to be in it, and then he invited me in, and he gave me a whole bunch of advice about like stand up and stuff. And he told me if he ever sees me in public, say that it's Q-Bomb, and he'll know it's me. That's what he told me.
Nice. I got blocked by Patrice O'Neal on Twitter a long time ago.
Why?
He was doing a bunch of tweets about watching one of the newer Planet of the Apes movies. And I think I tweeted something that, thank God, it's no longer exists. And he blocked me, and he made fun of me. There was a picture of me, and he said that this fool looks like a magician. The other F word I can't say right now. And then all of his followers fucking sent hate tweets at me, and then he blocked me. So that's my interaction with the great Patrice O'Neal.
Well,
awesome.
What? These are some great
I cannot repeat
stories.
what the fuck I said in that tweet. I can't say it. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. It went a different time for me.
We're actually near the end mark of the podcast. Just letting you guys know. So if you have any more stuff to say, I know Mark, you have your campaign you need to do.
Oh yeah.
You want to do that very
John,
quick?
I think this might be it. Are you still live in Placerville?
Up in the area, yeah.
Okay, that's a beautiful fucking area. I gotta take a failed date too there.
Yeah.
I gotta take a failed date over there. John, what do you got going on? Where can they find you? What the fuck?
Oh shit. Well, nothing. No comedy. I just cleared my calendar for the year, where I'm not doing any more shows for the year.
Oh wow.
To try to potentially might not do comedy anymore.
Oh God!
What?
Fuck! It was my Stockton show, wasn't it? God damn it!
No, yeah, no. I flirt with it every like year and a half or two, and so I cleared my calendar just because shit's all fucked in my life right now. So
okay,
I'm just clearing off until the end of the year, and then seeing if I even want to pick back up.
We can't lose you.
We can't.
I mean,
man.
You're a talent. You're fun to watch. You're original. We can't.
Well,
I think that's a loss.
If anything, I'm probably gonna step away from stand up and then just do some other shit that's still like I'll still be writing and performative stuff, but I don't know if it's gonna be like traditionally like I'm gonna go out to mics and shows and
it's all up to you.
Yeah.
I'd say take a break and then reconsider. But I'm floored by this.
I am too.
I'm sorry.
I know I was like, fuck, they're gonna want to talk about comedy.
We do a fucking comedy podcast.
It's like talking about your ex after you just broke up. He's like, so comedy. He's like crying in the corner the whole time.
I didn't know. I think it was my fucking Stockton
I love how you
show.
waited till the end to tell us too.
My fucking Stockton show nobody showed up to. I think broke him.
Oh
God,
man,
son of a bitch.
That was the last straw was Ibiza.
Oh man.
No.
I didn't expect that. Well, John, I hope to see you soon. I hope to see you.
I hope so too, man.
And I hope you don't stop doing. I hope you take your break. I hope to see you soon. I like working with you, and
appreciate it.
Son of a bitch.
Same to you guys too, by the way. Yeah,
I didn't
I'm not crying. My eye itches.
He's like, I'm not crying. Oh shit, my headphones.
Well, catch John Ross hopefully on something soon. I don't know. You maybe might. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully, he writes a big movie and the script gets picked up or something. Who knows?
Here, if you want to follow, so I started a JMRIV Arts on Instagram.
Okay.
And so I'm just doing art and shit, dude. I just deleted all my social media. I still have social media up, but I took it all off my phone. I'm like,
it ruins you. Social media is not good for people.
It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. And so I'm just like cutting everything off and then seeing where we land here.
Yeah, social media is pretty bad. Mark, do you know that Adam Levine joke I did yesterday? Yeah. I posted it on TikTok. I mean on YouTube, and it got like 10,000 views in like in 10 minutes.
That's some good numbers.
All dislikes, all comments tell me to go kill myself. Like Maroon 5 stands tell me to go kill myself. So I took the video down.
Oh no, keep it up.
No, it's privated.
What
It's
are you
privated
doing?
right now.
You know, don't private it. You fucking celebrate that.
Yeah.
Expose it. It's an injury.
Like,
Sell it.
It was like very close. Like it had a lot of likes, but like I forgot what it was, but it was like very close of dislikes. The first time I've ever had a big negative feedback, other than when I did a dark joke like a few years back. But TikTok took it down for whatchamacallit.
TikTok takes everything down. Who gives a shit?
I know. But yeah, the internet can be a very toxic place, so it's understandable wanting to take a break. I wish I could.
Look, if you got to take a break, fine. But I'm trying to talk another. I'll name drop him right now. I'm trying to talk like another old school comic from Lodi. His name's Tom Bickle.
Yeah.
He's been doing comedy, I guess, way before me for like 10 years or so, and he took a long break, and he kind of said the same thing where he wasn't really getting anything out of it, and but I'm not gonna air out. It's his story to tell, but I've been trying come on, go to Mike. We need you. Come back, please. We need good writing people. We need writers. We need creative minds. This is what we need. But
so they also need their to not feel so fucking flustered. You know, having a break might be the best thing for him, and if he does decide to come back, he's gonna come back fucking swinging after been refreshed.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
But please come back. Don't leave. Please come back. Like. Yeah. It'd be a shame to see you just go, but understandable. You want to take a few months off and like breathe, and then get like work on stuff, and then come back. Like that, like we love to have you around, man. I didn't get to hang out with you as much. I want to like hang out with you more.
I want to have sex with you.
Me too. Maple-Baum 3-way.
Yeah. You know what? He'll be back. Fuck it. I'll say it for him. He'll be back.
But nothing else you want to shout out?
No. Just follow. I mean, you can follow that one TikTok account because I'm trying to sell art and shit and trying to do other shit.
Well, go follow it, guys. I'll put it in the description as well.
JMRIV Arts.
Gotcha.
Well, I have nothing else other than say then, hey, vote for me at the Modesto Area Music Awards. I got nominated. It's a fucking dumb, stupid bullshit thing that I got nominated, but fuck it, I'll take it. You know, I'm going to try to win that fucker. It's about time I start chasing some clout. No more this. Yeah. Hey, look, I won a fucking thing. Ain't I amazing? No more Modest Mark anymore. Vote for me, nobody else. Make sure you check your emails and shit and verify that crap. Switch out email accounts and vote again and get your family members and your kids you no longer talk to. Get all of them to vote for me. Fuck it. I hope I win. Oh, follow me on @MadmanMaple on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok for shit.
You have any shows?
Continued success shows. You'll see them. Go to fucking Bricks and Hops October 7th. That's my baby. Go there. Have a good time. We got a good ass lineup. We got John.
I was gonna show off some dates, but if you're gonna show any, then I won't.
All right, that's the one date I care about. It's my own show.
I'll just rock it. October 15th, Vince's Restaurant. I believe I'm hosting. I don't remember. I think I'm hosting. October 20th, Finnegan's Bar. Come to that. October 6th, I won't be there, but Marc's going to be taking over, so you guys can check that out.
Go there.
October 25th, I'll be host at Cap's Pizza. October 26th, I am featuring at Henry's Lounge in Sacramento. And then October 28th, I'm at The Post in Modesto, California.
And those are fun shows.
I'm fucking pumped about.
Awesome venue.
And just follow Jordan Q-Bomb on everything. Social media, TikTok, YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's all I have to say. Anything else, guys?
I wish you continued success with whatever it is. I hope you come back. I have a feeling you'll come back, but I wish you continued success in whatever your endeavors is.
Thank you so much.
That has been the episode. Bye, guys.
All right.
Oh, that was a weird episode.